Ndakamuona mwana uyo achitamba ega uri nevamwe, shamwari dzaimutiza, dzimwe dzacho dzaimuseka. Asi kusanzwisisa masikirwo ake nekushayiwa ruzivo.
In a democracy, every voice matters. Yet for many individuals with disabilities in Zimbabwe, the right to participate in electoral processes is still a challenge. Today we explore the challenges and opportunities surrounding disability rights and elections in Zimbabwe. We explore a groundbreaking initiative aimed at changing that narrative themed the Disability Rights and Elections Module Bridge workshop, which saw the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, civic organizations, and people with disabilities converge in Kadoma, united by a shared vision of inclusion.
Allow me, on behalf of the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, to say that I'm honored to welcome you to this bridge, which is building resources in democracy, governance and elections workshop for disability rights and elections. The right to participate in elections is a fundamental human right enshrined in the international law and in our own constitution. It is a right that is protected. It is a right that me and you must protect. It is a right that every Zimbabwean must understand and protect. This is so because persons with disability often face significant barriers to exercise their rights. So, what is the aim of this workshop? It is to highlight these challenges and promote the inclusion of persons with disabilities in the electoral process. We will explore the intersection of disability rights and elections. How do they relate to each other? How do they complement each other? That will also include accessibility, voter education, and the role of election management bodies. What is the role of society at large? It can never be left to those organizations that deal with disability and leave the rest of the society out. We need to find ourselves as the entire society with a responsibility to protect the right of every citizen, because every human being is a human being and there must not be discrimination of any kind.
The Kadoma workshop focused on identifying barriers across all phases of the electoral processes, providing tools to analyze electoral structures and developing strategies to dismantle these barriers.
There is a statement, disability is not what? Inability. But because I have decided to look at the disability instead of seeing the person first, zvakundivhara manje ndichiona capability yemunhu wandiri kuengenjana naye.
Handifanire kutaura ndichiti a special needs person kana kuti PWD, because tikati PWD yes, it's an acronym, but inoita kunge a label. Tiri kuzvinzwa here? Inoita kunge label. Tikati handicapped, again tiri kutanga taona the condition iri pamunhu, not munhu uya. So we should say he uses a wheelchair, not he is confined to a wheelchair. So we are seeing the person first, voters without disabilities, not normal or health or able-bodied. Akuza kuti ari normal ndiani. Zvinomupfungwa make unozviziva, ko zviri munyama dzake unozviziva. So they are voters without disabilities, not normal voters. Anditika? She has a physical disability, not she is crippled. She is deaf or she is hard of hearing instead of she is hearing impaired. Let's not describe the person, but let's see the person first. He is autism, not he is autistic. She has an intellectual disability, not she is mentally retarded. It's degrading. A child with Down syndrome, not Down's child. Vanhu vakaremara kuti vakwanise kunge vachivhota, vakwanise kunge vachita macandidates anovhoterwawo, vakwanise kunge vachiobserva, vachienda kunoona maelections, vachivawo vashandi veZimbabwe Electoral Commission, vashandi vecommission. Ndo zvatinotarisirawo isi seZimbabwe Electoral Commission, kuti tishandewo nevanhu vakadii vakaremara. Mutemo wedu uya watakasainira uya weConvention of Rights of Persons with Disabilities unokurudzira kuti ma-EMBs kana kuti mapato aese anoona nezvekuvhota munyika dzakasiyana-siyana vabatsire vanhu munyaya dzekuvhota, dzekuva macandidates nedzekushanda muma-EMBs. People with disabilities are not an invisible lot. Mukumuona mukomana ari pa-wheelchair asvika pane ma-steps anoda kunovhota zvitupa zvake akabata, anokwanisa kuenda here. It now becomes a barrier.